over a pockmarked face of Southern history. And it is time that the ugly truth be acknowledged and that these monuments and the veil come down.
Well, that is one side of a pretty emotional debate over Confederate statues in the city of Dallas. Minutes after a city council vote to remove one, the Robert E. Lee statue, there was a crane in place ready to lift it off its pedestal. Architect Bryce Weigand is on the Dallas task force that was named to decide what to do with the Lee statue and other monuments. Did you feel misled about this, that there was literally a crane and workers standing by as the council was voting? You thought the task force's job was to recommend what to do.
Well, that's correct, and I think it's still what we're going to do. We have 2 or 3 days of deliberation coming up on tonight, and then again on the 15th. And the idea is to hear public opinion on it, and to our task initially, as I understood it, was to figure out what to do with the naming of the parks, what to do with the statues, what to do with street names and things of that nature.
But do you think that your work goes to waste? It appears the city council 13-1 has its mind made up.
No, our work doesn't go to waste at all, I don't think, Tim. The idea of deliberating properly and fully about what to do with all of these issues is really what our task is about. We're a southern city. We can't change where our location is any more than Detroit or Cleveland could wish themselves out of the Rust Belt.
Would you like to have seen perhaps context added to the statue? A lot of people talked about, well, let's put up a plaque and explain to the young people of today why this was put here and what it meant. It goes back to what, 1936, the Lee statue? That's
correct. That might help. And in fact, in our first task force meeting, one of the members asked, where are the monuments to the enslaved, to the abolitionists, to the emancipators? And my view is, let's put more monuments out. We need more beauty in Dallas. We need more sculpture in Dallas. We need, not less. We need more understanding of history, not less understanding of history. And if additional plaques would help augment that, by all means.
Does that statue staying there, though, in a public park that is supported by the taxpayers, does that glorify the Confederacy and slavery?
Certainly, that's a view, and I understand that very clearly. I take it from an artistic viewpoint. As an architect and a painter, any of us that have ever tried to mold anything out of clay know the difficulty of it. And so if you look at the Lee statue as an example, the beauty of it, the artistic achievement there is almost unmatched. The sculptor, Mr. Proctor, was one of the preeminent equestrian statue designers in the country of the last century. And so, you know, view it from an artistic standpoint also. Augmenting with additional information, I think, would be helpful. And that's something I'm going to talk about this evening.
All right, very good. And you do continue those meetings. Thanks so much. Thanks for your civic involvement, giving so much of your time to this, what is certainly a controversial and for a lot of people, very emotional issue. We appreciate it.
Well, it's important, and thank you for having me.
Absolutely.